Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Monday, August 29th, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the ES in the daily time frame. Right now, we had a significant sell-off in Friday's session. Huge outside day up, massive sell-off, stop run day down. You can see the sell signal here, kind of a head and shoulder type of pattern that had developed here. After this lower high and a massive pushback toward the FOMC key level below that 39.77. At the moment here, we're trading in a very narrow range, 50% of ADR. You can see how tiny that range is. It's developing below the previous week's low and close price. So there is the potential for a little bit of a squeeze back above those levels. But again, given the short-term weakness here, given Friday's weakness, any bounce could be seen as a selling opportunity later in the week as this market makes a move back toward 39.77 and perhaps a bit lower. We'll have to see if there's some sort of strong low that can develop here early in the week. As of right now, very, very narrow range of price action here at the moment. You may want to avoid the chop here, at least inside this narrow range, but back above the previous session's low previous week's low and close. That could open up a little bit of a bounce back, say back toward 4,100 as high as this point over the next day or two. That could still be seen. Any bounce like that could still be seen as a selling opportunity as this thing broke some market structure here late last week. If we take a look here at the ENQ, very similar price action. This one right now, 47% of average range. Super tiny narrow range here at the lows below the previous week's low and close. This type of narrow range again could lead to a little bit of a squeeze back up, perhaps as high as 12.8 over the course of the next day or two if this thing makes a little bit of a pullback. But again, that could be seen as a selling opportunity for a continuation downward. This one got the FOMC key level from July 27th here. We could still be making a move back down even lower here up ahead if this thing can't get back above 12.8 fairly soon. Short term here, crude oil up 1.44%. This one here clearly testing the upper line of this regression channel right now and continues to hold just below the 96 level. Overall, this thing's kind of hanging out near the upper end of this channel here, but at some point here we could be looking either at a push back up through it into the 102s up above, or we see another rotation back down. And again, that 86 market structure edge is such a key important edge there. If it breaks 86s, it opens up 80 and 75 down below. But at the moment, trading just shy of 95s here, trading 94.36. And again, above 96 would open up the 102. So right now in a very narrow range of action, still trying to negotiate a direction away from this upper line. If we take a look here at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's down 2.7% at the moment. This thing really melted down here. You can see that day right there, biggest sell-off day we'd had in a long time since this day back here and some of those big ones back before. This has almost brought us back to the recent lows of 18.6, now below 20,000 at the moment. And again, we didn't really find a strong rejection in Bitcoin. It did make a little bit of a modest rotation back up, but the level we mentioned before really held firm. That's that 25.3 level right here, held firm as resistance right there, and then turned right back down off of that zone here, failing below the 21K level and now below 20K. So at the moment here, this one continues to look a bit weak. Perhaps a major lower low failure around 18K could do the trick. Perhaps it has to continue to find that strong low. Let's take a look at ETH. ETH here pulling back, finding a low today at 14.04.5. That's right into the 1400 area of support. This is a good zone right here. Again, while we could see a violation of 14 and a retest of 1,000 down below, if that level gives way, holding this level would go a long way toward keeping prices above 1400 and perhaps down the road getting this thing back toward that 2850 level up above. If you recall here, 2850 is the May FOMC key level, 28.56 half there. And from these current levels here, 14.25, that's a double to get back to that point some point down the road. So again, in terms of an entry and at least a price that can make sense, you can make some sense around 1400 to 1500 as an entry point. And this one continues to show interest at that area, which is providing a very good edge here for ETH. This could lead to a nice bounce up ahead. A failure here, though, starts to open up that lower portion of the range. So keep an eye on 1400 as we move forward. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this develops the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.